we cannot say because the world is changing, it's affecting our culture, our tradition. Okay, if you talk now as a man, the woman will talk back. And what the next thing you say is, ayé àtijọ́ no one go your talking about sọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin okay down. So that is what you see. That's what you see, and that is why the level of separation or divorce is higher.
Very high. People of these same old times, that one woman would go to this man, give birth for this one, leave, go to this one, give birth, leave, and all that. Give birth to a baby of 6 months, and then she's tired and she's leaving. Okay. But in this time now, it's just that now they do it. Somebody somebody's paying your bills.
Okay, so we have not.
And somebody is saying, no, okay, even if I have to give birth for you, I have to profit from it. Somebody is the same desires. Things haven't changed.
So I think what you are getting on is that we have not said we
are safe.
We're living purely holy lives. We never said that.
No, but that's what it's looking like.
For every general rule, there's always an exception. What we are saying is the percentage of the decadence now is nothing compared to what we had in this.
It's because there was no social media at that time.
Okay, so
nobody's seeing what you are doing at that time.
Accepted. Social media now, you are trying to put social media as a word now, a blessing.
A blessing.
You could say it's a blessing. Anyhow you choose to look at it.
Okay.
It could.
I think
because it's helping us bring these issues to the front burner.
Then how do we help
this particular case? 5 days I could not sleep. So that was when I got close to depression. Okay, I'll tell you why it was so. The kind of work that I do, we stay more in the hotel than our homes. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe this person, maybe there's something that he has that I don't know. That's why I don't want to call him bluff. Okay, so when I wasn't talking to him, he now said it was mentioning money that I should drop, some millions of dollars. I said, okay, you say you saw my picture, you know me very well. Do you see me like a person that can give you that millions? He said, okay, we should talk and negotiate. I tested. So a couple of friends I was talking to now said, Ralph, go live on Instagram. Go live on Instagram. Tell tell everybody that somebody is threatening you and you are expect to see my nude anytime. So I said, in the middle of the night, all these 5 days I was suffering alone, man. In the middle of the night one day, 1 a.m. I called my wife. I woke her up. I said, that's a problem. And you know, I've never done that. So she was shivering. I said, see, number one, I didn't mean, I never say I bought for outside. Okay, so but something happened, and for 5 days now, I've not been able to sleep.
Welcome to a new episode of Insights with Agatha, where you get to share a problem with Auntie Agatha. Before I introduce myself, I want to ask this question. What advice would you give to a married woman whose lover is blackmailing her with evidences of their escapades? My name remains Agatha.
I am Moji Alaya. Welcome to the show.
And I'm Wazi Collins, aka Dare Gold, the new kid on the block. So let's have some fun.
Well, let's quickly go on a short break. When we come back, Moji will introduce both guest and topic. Welcome back from that short break. Moji.
We have a special guest in our midst.
Mm-hmm.
A big fish from Nollywood.
How big?
Hey, bigger than you will.
Ah!
I'm talking of the pedigree.
Okay.
But before I go into that, maybe I will talk about our issue for today.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let me first introduce our guest.
Oh.
Yeah, let me first introduce. I don't want to keep him waiting.
Okay.
We have,
as a big fish that he is.
Yes.
Yes.
We have a versatile Nollywood actor, somebody that is both a Yoruba film actor. You know him in Yoruba movies. You also see him in English movies. He's multilingual, and they're not common.
Yeah, not common.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, somebody that is fluent in Hausa, fluent in Yoruba, fluent in English. Wazobia, total package. When I'm talking about total package.
Okay.
He's a director, a writer, an MC. Should I continue?
Please continue.
Viewers, please welcome with us Mr. Adeniyi Stevens. You're welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Great honor to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
So I'm a big fish in the midst of big fishes.
No, a whale actually.
In the midst of whales. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Same here.
Good to see you.
The issue we have at hand. Hey.
Make we read.
You see as we breathe. Now Yoruba people they call Ogbenutan. See this matter. Now one woman they concern so because make her for
I beg go.
I have a Wazobia and me, so let me shift to the our lingua franca in Nigeria.
So wait, you want Yoruba TikTok?
No,
You want to use pidgin English. You want to smoke pidgin
English. You see, now this woman, she said she dey get issue for her marriage. Things were somehow. Then so she can't sit down. Her friends come tell her and say,
friends again.
Hey, say, wetin dey sup now, babe? He say, say she dey bored. And when this kind. When they call her, the devil find work for idle hands. She said she was bored and that she was having issues. And they say, if not so, well, solution dey now. Make you step out now. Now she can't accept it. Now she can't step out. And so she step out. In fact, now one of them even help her in the stepping out.
She even need
help. She even need to step out.
Now she can't step out, step into the arms of a younger lover.
I
know. They do the romance. They go. When they reach one point now, as a situation for inside house, don't they better where husband don't they pay him attention back and things don't they jolly between don't they the man there don't they collect the thing she can't call lover boy say lover boy. It's like I'm done with you. You can take your leave. I don't want to continue with this anymore. The stories. Now the boy say, you lie.
I just lied.
Only men, they use women. This one use this one.
Now you know. Now men I believe say that they get side chicks. When you talk of this one gets side cock.
You want to dump himself?
No. This boy say na lie you talk. Ati lepo. You
die here.
You ain't going nowhere. They move an inch. We date together. Now she said, no, you can't. What do you want? If it is money, he said, no.
Now you I want.
I don't want money. As you be old cargo so now you are like.
Wait, to shake the boy head, they correct.
No, old wine tastes better.
Which kind of wine?
I did not teach that. Now the boy say lie, we die here. I know they move anywhere. In fact, I get evidences of what we've been doing together, and I'm gonna show the world what you've been up to.
Waiting be this my name for Congo.
Whatever.
Nah, yes. I don't know who call them. I don't know who call them work for which person handle. Be like say.
No, it be like saying that the woman be the equivalence of that man.
No, this one. No, the boy get evidence. The boy get evidence. That the boy gets evidence. So from wetin I dey look, you know, say me I dey like to dey look. From wetin I dey look, you know, say this one, this
continue now. Continue.
You know, I say this guy get career. You understand? Now, you know, now what do they call them? Gigolo. Now in career be that. So definitely not gonna.
But I did incident now.
You know what thing they happen. You know what thing they stop. Now at times they don't have to. That's why that other woman getting details. And when that one say I'm bored, they say okay, don't worry, I can get because that one like the contractor.
You two don't taste inside.
Then I call the wonder. Whether because I don't know the guy, but I dey think I say go get link with Equatorial Guinea. And the way I call the thinker, you know, say this my thinking,
It dey carry you enter trouble.
I call the thinker say, even I say, now from Equatorial Guinea, that guy go learn this work. Wetin I dey think am? As I dey think am reach.
It's all the wetin you think.
I dey think am reach say go learn work from there.
The guy said, he get connection with Equatorial Guinea. But the guy now, you know why no one come out? He don't catch big whale.
Whale dey ground.
Bigger whale. This Equatorial Guinea matter. You know, like we dey talk am. Anybody wey dey catch na him be thief. All of us na barawo. All of us na barawo. So what I'm trying to say is, that man case might not be the biggest though. But because
before you say this guy,
even for our neighbor, you know, never can tell somebody close to you here might be telling you that. But because
as this story come be like this, so now this woman come say, "Egba mi o, what am I gonna do?
I want to
see what is happening.
Now.
How we fit help am? Now we dey here, so how we wan fit help this woman? Because in the fear, say if him husband go find out and the husband na
kasala boss
and kasala boss na wahala o, the husband no go take am easy after many years in marriage o. Say in the fear make this guy no come go
put am for garri
o. So na wetin we go fit do wey we go fit help this woman. Na here we dey too.
But before our guest answer, let's quickly go on a short break. Welcome back from that short break. My question is, can infidelity ever stabilize a relationship?
Okay, so, you know, my take is likely going to be different from probably the general overview of people. Like the Yorubas will say that life is like a two-faced talking drum.
Ẹ̀sán Yorùbá.
Bí gángan ni ilé ayé ṣe rí, ibi tó kọ sí ẹnìkan, ìbò mélòó kọ sí ẹnìkejì.
Yes.
Okay, so by the time we treat issues like this, it might be from my personal experience that I'm talking. Yeah. And that's why sometimes I tell people that I have serious problem with reading motivational books. You know, because the writers don't know what you are going through. So you start reading a lot of books, and that's why you see now the Gen Z start calling them motivational speakers. So no. Yes, that's what you call them now. Because you cannot say you want to talk, and then somebody's following you.
You're just you're not showing workings.
Yes,
you know.
Because my own experiences are different from yours.
Exactly. So I listened to the story, and I'm just laughing deep inside me because I don't know where that mentality comes from. That there's something that you can do. She said the thing is now stabilizing her marriage. How can infidelity stabilize your marriage? So I'm finding it difficult to understand that aspect of. She said she now understands that because she's having that affair, she's now okay with the husband. How can you be okay with your husband at home because of infidelity?
Let me come in. Because, you know, some of them, from letters we have treated here,
Yes.
they no longer, since there's somebody giving them that happiness outside,
Yes.
they no longer complain. If the man is not giving them enough sex, they are getting it outside.
Yes.
The defects they notice, somebody is already feeling
Gap.
But how long will that continue?
So Am I right?
Yeah, you're right, but my point is, how long will it continue? How long will the so-called continue?
So she's no longer complaining.
Yeah, it can only be in the interim.
In the interim, it's not
But-
like a permanent solution.
Okay, so you see the outcome now, because if of a truth, like, sorry, I'll keep going because that is I'm a traditional person and I love the richness of our culture.
Yeah.
Like we say again, Yoruba, that dabi motida. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, why having that kind of friends in the first place? So I want to put her in the shoes of probably my younger sister that can sit down, came for a bow here. So why that kind of friends that will tell you that daddy, daddy, that is the language and all that. I'm not saying this because I'm a man, but the thing is, whatever I know I cannot control in the future, then I should not dabble into it.
Yeah. But many of these girls, or many of these women, I don't think they think. Because letters we're receiving are pointing towards these friends.
Friends of blood. And let me speak on that. I think I kind of understand where all of this is coming from. You know, we young people are not really patient as to understanding causes and effects. All we want to get is satisfaction. I want peace. I want peace. I'm going for peace. Don't tell me how to live my life. Don't tell me how to do this. Don't tell me how to do that. You know. So they say it's you having your own mind and having your own opinion. And I think that is what's playing out here. The friends that she have, they probably have a view of life. If you're not happy in your relationship, why should you stay in that relationship? Okay, even if you're getting something from that relationship, you can't put your eggs in one basket. You know, you've got to spread the eggs. So you can get money from here, you get sex from here, you get this from here, and when you put it all together, everybody's fine.
But it's not happen with marriage.
But that is her own case, you know.
Let me come in to buttress your point. You know, that is the mentality of most of the young women. You know, I'll say most not. You know, I don't want to generalize. You know, this idea. You know, it's only in the older generation that think that maybe if a man is doing something like, you know, you are a married woman, you're a married man, and the man is maybe stepping out, that you as the wife, what you do is pray for him and then, you know, hold on and try to look for whatever you can do to make yourself more attractive towards him. This generation of women, young women now, they will tell you that, as somebody said, it was saying that to bá jáde, mi náà jáde. You know, that kind of a thing. That is their mindset now. So this kind of issue is not. It is to the older generation that it sounds like why should something like this happen? This is something that happens in their midst every time.
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
Okay. So I think also, like, I talk about this in most times when I have opportunity. So that is why we are having the kind of moral decadence we have today.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Compared to our time. So you see, I keep. It's okay that we have programs like this, where we also keep telling them that it's not be like this the day before.
Not be like this, so.
So now we be say freedom. Everybody. See, in this part of the world, there's no way. I don't know how you want to do it, except you don't respect that sanctity in marriage.
Yeah.
There's something that they call sanctity in marriage that is not attainable today.
I keep saying, you know, times of old is different from time of now.
Why?
Things have changed. The earlier we realize that things will change, things have changed, and things will continue to change, the better for us, right? Now, this lady here, because I really want to base whatever I'm going to say around this story. Right? Of course, we are talking to a larger audience, younger generations and older ones alike, you know. Speaking in this lady's defense here, you know, this man, I'm probably sure they dated at some point. There were things he was doing, or he did, to actually win her over, right?
Within
the time of, you know, where they were going out and dating, that really made her to say yes. You know, so this man must have stopped doing some of those things. The question is, why did you stop doing some of these things? Why would you lead somebody on and leave the person halfway in the middle?
You mean the wife, the husband?
Yeah, I'm speaking in defense of the lady, right? I know that a lot of things have changed. There's a lot of moral decadence and all that. Things are not really like before. But we cannot use things how we did it before to judge how it is done now. There are the way things are done now.
Before I ask you the way things are done now, I want to ask them, what happened to communication in marriage? Because in our time they will tell you, Chetty sorrow.
Okay.
Have you sat him down? You notice that your husband is no longer doing the things he should do.
Yeah.
Is it to go and meet friends, to seek advice from friends, or call the man? Hey, Joko, these are the things I have noticed in this marriage.
Let our guests speak.
These are the things that I've noticed. Am I lying?
You are very correct, ma. You are very correct, ma. You see, I want to take it from the angle of what we experience today. What we say today is we have babies giving birth to babies. You know, we have people who are like under 15, under 16, 17. They have 2 kids already. And before you say, Jack, these 2 kids are already getting married. So there is no way they will get this intuition you are talking about, this teaching you are talking about of old. Okay, so but they don't want to listen, and that's what Collins is saying, and that's why I want to disagree with Collins. So if we say things are changing, we should change with time. Should we now allow the whole thing to keep? So we should encourage people like this. So what I'm saying is, we cannot say because the world is changing, it's affecting our culture, our tradition. Okay, if you talk now as a man, the woman will talk back. And what the next thing you say is, ayé àtijọ́ ọdún wa ló gbé ọlọ́kùnrin bá sọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin òkè down. To my gbé wọn máa gbé fún ẹ.
You give it to me, I give it to you.
So that is what you see. That's what you see, and that is why the level of separation or divorce is higher,
very high,
than before, because perseverance is no longer there. And when somebody told me sometimes, and I related it to people, that before you go into marriage, they will tell you that if you cannot forgive, you have business in marriage. You have no business in marriage. If you cannot forgive, you have no. Don't go there. So just stay. Probably you want to do this single daddy, baby mama daddy. Also come on with the Gen Z generation now. That's what growing up. I don't know what is baby mama, baby daddy.
It is even forbidden.
It is now that we hear baby mama, baby daddy. How can you have a WhatsApp group of ladies that are talking about how to get fantasy outside their marriage? And then you as a married woman, you are part of that. So what happens to the communication that you're talking about? And these same people will go to church. That's the same people will go to church where all they talk about is youth empowerment, how to skill this in. Pastor will talk and they will clap. Youth churches today. So what are they teaching them in this church about marriage?
Church is not just okay. They are also.
Let's call it Santa.
See, like people of this time, all we want is understanding.
It's representing people of this time.
What is your definition of understanding? Before you answer, let me give you a background. In our time, understanding is friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's not sex first.
No.
Yes.
It's friendship.
Yes.
Perseverance.
Of course, yes.
Trust.
Yes.
Respect. Honesty.
These are the bedrock of every relationship.
Those values are core and they haven't changed.
Then what?
And they will never change.
Then what are you talking about to shift from the old to the new?
It's basically, you are going into a relationship with somebody.
Mm-hmm. So what's the basis for the relationship?
You need to understand yourselves.
In what
way? You need to communicate.
Yes,
you need to be really open. Now, this lady is in this position now. This lady is in this position now because her partner is not giving her the energy back. He's not open up to probably as things he's seen and he's keeping them to himself rather. He's not talking.
It takes time.
it takes two to tango. Now she's trying to talk to him, probably because the story she didn't mention that maybe she has been. I'm sure she must have tried in a way to try to talk to him, and this man is giving her attitude. And women like to talk. The next option she has is to talk to her friend. Howbeit a bad one at that, but she needs an avenue to pour out that desire of hers. But she poured it to the wrong.
Like he said, back then there were institutions we ran to. Our parents, the church. Bye. This is what is happening, isn't it, Muji? And this this is.
I want to go to.
No, wait. No, back then, when you encounter such difficulties, you run back home.
Yeah.
Not friends. Because when you are going, they'll tell you, friends
are even out of the picture. Completely.
Well,
okay, so let me tell you something in marriage also. Sorry, mommy. In marriage, you see, because I see marriage as a different entity from relationship. Maybe dating or whatever, maybe single. Marriage is
forever.
Marriage is sanctimonious in its own. So when, let's take for instance, it's a sex that is a problem. For instance, you cannot say in marriage that the sense, I'm not saying you should not be satisfied, but you also understand that the sense of sex that you have before you get into marriage cannot be the riding factor of your life entirely in marriage.
True.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, why I cannot defend this woman, for instance, is you don't know what the man probably is passing through. Let me talk in defense of the man now.
But there are times communicate it to the woman.
That's my point.
No, she has not even talked. Okay, so let us just talk. She has not even communicated. She has not said anything in defense of. Maybe they are talked.
Why can't you talk?
So that is the problem.
Yes.
Okay, it could also be because I'm a man of this time. It could also be that there is one fish catching your eyes out there, and you're not bold enough to tell your wife that this.
The fish, you see fish.
That's not even an excuse. How can you even see fish catching eyes out of the wife?
Let's hear Moji.
You see, in as much as I don't believe in infidelity in marriage. That is a no.
No.
You know, because of course I'm of the old
generation. And the new generations also do not believe in infidelity.
You know, this person, because I interact with quite a number of them. Like you said, a lot of in our time, you take your time before you get married. This person, your family will do it. Now everything. In fact, I've seen weddings that have been done, and the parents are not actually there. So when you're saying that if you have these things, situations like this, you run to your parents. Okay, parents.
I was giving an example of our own.
That's what I'm saying. That it was. There's a new. There's a new world order. There's a new world order. And you get that. Yes. It's a new world order. And when we understand what is happening, that is how when we will be able to help them. If we don't understand, if we just condemn, because that's the problem, that's the issue that our generation. I'm coming. That's the issue that when we hear this girl, she went to. I know of one. She went out, kiniko, and then the thing became yonponyori. The guy say, ọmọ burúkú nìyẹn. In fact,
I feel like I'm arguing at Timoju right now.
You know, instead of calling the lady in question, what really happened? You know, ó ti pa mí o, ọmọ burúkú, ó ti lọ jáde. You know, that kind of a thing. You went out, you can you imagine? You go get you cannot even enter this house again.
Okay, you are saying overboard reaction that
I'm saying that when situations happen now, like for a young lady in marriage, when there is a particular situation, the next thing is that the family members, they will even say they disowned the woman instead of calling the woman and asking, okay, what really happened? Like, okay, look, take for instance this situation now. Maybe the husband was behaving somehow, and was not paying her the attention that she wanted, was like you said, there were things he was doing. Maybe she would now go home and tell her. I'm just assuming he would tell her parents or tell family members. See what I say, you know, just that is meant for you. You just endure. You just
That's like
there's nothing that pains these young people more than you just endure. You want them to go crazy. The clinic that we had, the threshold of our endurance that we had, that if there's any word that they don't have that
patience anymore, and that's the truth.
Okay, ma. Thank you for the new word order.
Yes.
You see, this is my take. If you want to continue with this new world order, or probably to continue supporting, or probably continue to say, okay, because things have changed, let us also allow them to live their life. Things have changed. It means we should also reduce the level of complaint about the results of abnormalities in their marriages, the killing of each other, the stabbing because you just heard that you just saw a text message on the phone, and then the next thing is kitchen, the next thing is because. Of course, if you look at past 5-10 years now, the stories of
that has been
okay, so it is because of the new world order. That is why. Wait. But Collins, wait. You see, let me tell you something. We are assuming for the husband and the wife here. We don't know the level of communication between them.
Yeah, we don't
know. Maybe it is the woman Lonia and it alone. We don't know yet. Probably it is just wanting more. Maybe over twist kind of a person. But it is our own side of the story.
The qualification of the wanting more.
I
didn't is wanting more.
Whatever is making her go out.
Whatever is not enough for her.
Whatever is making her go out. Because she said she was bored. In quote, she didn't define that boredom because the focus was.
I think I can understand her boredom.
But before
you can understand her boredom.
I think I can picture the kind of.
So we don't know yet.
Let me try to.
But you see what I will say, sir. What I will say is that we will keep hammering it to them that you need to persevere more. You need to learn to understand more. It is because you don't want to listen. That is why you feel you have the right to do what you need to do. And that is where it comes from. The moment we keep encouraging the fact that if my husband goes out, I'm also human, equal right, I will also go out. So I keep asking them, if you go out and you come in our society, for instance, in our climb here, and then you go to meet your parents that, sorry, my husband caught me pants down, so I don't know what. Your parents will be so ashamed to even ask you to go back to your husband's house. They will say, your father, we as a matter of fact, travel to meet your husband because you have committed a despicable act. But okay, let us reverse the case now. It is it is you going to meet your parents that you caught your husband pants down. The first thing you ask is, I just stop giving you money for feeding. No. I just stop paying the children's school fees. No. Go back. Pack your tools and go back to the house.
Don't come back to my house.
Unfortunately so. That is the climb that we find ourselves. That is the climb. It is the man's responsibility to take care of the home. Do you understand? So now that we are also encouraging the fact that a woman can also contribute, it is fine. A woman can also give, it is fine. So you now start seeing problems like
I am the one paying the rent, I'm the one paying the school fees.
It is shameful for a man to come out and be asking kiloshe from a woman in the house.
It's.
I think let's quickly go on a short break. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue. Welcome back from that short break. You were saying?
Okay, so I just want to say maybe we should just leave the Gen Z according to Bro Collins. Maybe we just allow them do whatever they want to do.
No, that's not what
I'm saying. But the purpose of talk shows like this is to still let them know that we still live in a society where we have norms. Okay? And it's because of the lack of adherence to these norms.
Can I come in here, right? Yes. See, the thing is, like I keep saying, the core values haven't changed. Just that we now like to be heard. There is social media, whatever you do now goes online. Is it not people of these same old times that one woman would go to this man, give birth for this one, leave, go to this one, give birth, leave, and all that, give birth to a baby of 6 months, and then she's tired and she's leaving. Okay. But in this time now, it's just that now they do it. Somebody is paying your bill.
Okay, so we have not.
Somebody is saying, no, okay, even if I have to give birth for you, I have to profit from it. It's the same desires. Things haven't changed.
So what I think what we are getting on is that we have not said we are safe. We're living purely holy lives. We never said that.
No, but that's what is
for every general rule, there's always an exception. What we are saying is the percentage of the decadence now is nothing compared to what we had in this.
It's because there was no social media at that time.
Thank you.
Okay, so
nobody's seeing what you are doing at that time.
Accepted. Social media now, you are trying to put social media as a what now? A blessing.
A blessing.
You could say it's a blessing. Anyhow you choose to look at it.
Okay.
It could be.
I think
because it's helping us bring these issues to the front.
Then how do we help
this particular case?
Yes.
Okay, so me, if I may start now, if I be coming with my assistance, I will just tell her that, well, the Yorubas will say again, Akin komode kuma degbu eyin, Akin komode kuma dete, to batile dani kon gbe nugbo. So you that you have used your hand to far woroko, the best option left for her now is to sit her husband down. That is, if she still cherish the marriage, is to sit the husband down and open up to him. Because now the worst thing will happen to her if the man gets to hear from outside. She might be calling this man bluff, the side cock. She might be calling him bluff. But the guy might just release a couple of pictures. And you heard about the Kutoda Gilling story. You heard about one of the women that took her life. No, so what I'm saying is this: the best thing for her to do now, she has used her hand to fagongo. She just face the music. That's my own advice to her. Sit the man down. See, there's a lot of strength in communication.
Yes, I agree.
A lot of strength. If she gets the man to understand to the point that she later realized her mistake, she now left the man and she came back. But now the man is strengthening her. Of course, I'm hoping that the man will. I don't know if I can, but I'm just hoping that the man will be so generous with his forgiveness. But so that's my advice for the lady. She needs to talk about it with the husband.
Yeah, I think I do agree with that. That she actually needs to talk to the husband. More so because she would have removed power from the hand of blackmailer.
Yes.
Because that's one thing. When that thing that they are using to blackmail you, when you now use, of course, I'm going to tell your husband, I'm going to tell you, when you yourself, Kukuma reveal everything. So what is next to tell? So let her talk to her husband, sit her husband down, talk to her. Then another thing, like I said, new world order and everything like that. But there is it is not a man and a woman. They are not the same. They have this when they talk, they say, after all, what a man can do, I can also do. See, it's me. It's not like that. So because a woman can only give birth once in a year. Maybe some people where then they very maybe 10 months apart or 9 months. But a man can give birth to 20 children in a year. In fact, in a month. Yeah. So you are not the same. So you cannot say because your husband stepped out, you also want to step out. A man's body is different from a woman's body. So and you have a lot to lose when you go out that way. So talk to your husband. Now you have seen what is there outside, how this thing can get you into trouble. So I hope by the time you talk to your husband, maybe he'll be magnanimous enough to forgive you, and then you can move on from there. Hopefully.
Collins.
Yes, my take is not going to be so far-fetched from all of our takes. She should, this time, we like to talk and we like to be heard. The only solution is for her to tell the man, open up to the man, this is what I've done. Just talk. I can't tell you this is going to be the outcome, but the first thing is that communication. Open up to this man and tell him this are what I've done. It's just like similar to what one of the cases we treated last. It all boils down to communication. But then I also want to fault that man. How can you bring somebody's child into the house and then you starve her emotionally? You start.
She didn't say that.
No, so that
you ignore her. He basically
no. We're only assuming.
She did not even from the story.
She got bored. What will make her get bored?
Could be that I'm tired of eating rice every day. I'm tired of a particular food.
When the woman is bored, the attention is not there.
Boredom could not might not even be said. Maybe the man is always coming back late or traveling like.
Okay, maybe before he got her, he was always coming back from work early, always laying down on the phone, always sending her text messages. These are things. These are
okay. There are things that
so this man stopped doing some of those things.
We have not addressed the issue of friends.
I actually wanted to add that.
Yes. So
also you know,
I mean, this man, you'd have to understand that you cannot do what you like. You are two in this. You are not living for yourself alone, right? But then the lady going out to meet her friend and seeking bad advice from her friend was not really good, you know. But then it is what it is.
Social media is even there. Even
if
she didn't go out, you see a lot of things.
Another angle that I'm even looking at it. This lady, you don't even know whether this was a setup by even those your friends.
Yes, now.
Yeah,
because
you can't tell.
Yes, now. Very possible.
People produce a side attraction for you and then everything. Maybe it was just a plot to.
Bring you to their phone. Like I said the other time, that people sit there.
The friend, maybe the friend they even hire your husband.
And women
so she just has to sit down and
women, I give it to them.
Your last take.
Okay, so lastly, on the very more serious note now, I think it is important we cultivate the culture of communication. Exactly. Communication. Just talk. No matter how strong you think the secret is, just talk. I want to use, let me just say a personal experience. Like 2 years ago, I won't call them scammers. Maybe, what do you call them now? Syndicates. These were actually syndicates. Where after my case, if you Google my name, you see the stories there. And they said they had a couple of nude pictures of me. And I was like, But so they called me in the middle of the night and they were using foreign numbers to call me. One Congo number and one South African number. So it was during the search, during the investigation, that I got to know that you can even stay in Nigeria here and buy foreign number and be using it. Yeah, I didn't know. So I would just see +200 plus 18. Then I said one is South Africa, one is Congo. So I called JSS, I called people, they were just investigating. Then I said these are not just ordinary, they are scammers, they are syndicates. So guys were using laptop to know their location. They are blocking I don't know all those things. So I was like, 5 days I could not sleep. So that was when I got close to depression. Okay, I'll tell you why it was so. The kind of work that I do, we stay more in the hotel than in our homes. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe this person, maybe there's something that he has that I don't know. Yeah. That's why I don't want to call him bluff. Okay, so when I wasn't talking to him, he now said it was mentioning money that I should drop. Some millions of dollars. I said, okay, you said you saw my picture, you know me very well. Do you see me like a person that can give you that millions? He said, okay, we should talk and negotiate how much. I pasted, so a couple of friends I was talking to now said, Ralph, go live on Instagram. Go live on Instagram, tell them to tell everybody that somebody is threatening you and you are expect to see my nude anytime. So I say, in the middle of the night, all these 5 days I was suffering alone, man. In the middle of the night one day, 1 a.m. I called my wife, I woke her up. I said, there's a problem. And I've never done that. So she was shivering. I said, see, number one, I didn't mean for you. I know we say I'm for outside. Okay, so but something happened and for 5 days now, I've not been able to sleep. And I told her. So she cried overnight. She prayed and cried, wept. I said, well, I'm going live in the morning. That's what friends advised me to do. So if you want to release anything, it won't catch anybody unawares. Yeah, so I went online. And I said everything that I don't know from where they are from. I don't know what they have, but I cannot give anybody any dime. You cannot use me as ATM. I cannot. So anything that you have, if you Google my name, you will see I be there inside all those things that way. Because Linda Ikeji, everybody now transfer the news everywhere. That was the last I heard of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So communication. So I think communication. Yeah. I don't know if, no matter how strong, people will tell you that there's some secrets that you should not tell. I say how?
It should be a secret with your partner.
I say how? If it is your partner, just I don't know, maybe you pray. If you believe in prayer, pray. Commit the person to God or whatever. If you are spiritual, if you are not, Obeniwa, Motifoko.
Bye.
Straight up. And just straight up.
So.
Thank you. Mystery lady, you've heard. Go back to your husband. You know him more than we know him. Open up. Tell him the truth that you stepped out for so and so reason. Ask nicely for his forgiveness. It's 50-50. If he says no, people were never meant to be. But if you are meant to be, yes, he may not forgive you instantly, but communication, trust, and the things you shared in the past can help people get back that excitement you went out to look for. Thank you. We've come to another end. We've come to an end of another wonderful edition. The question we posed earlier on, we're still waiting for comments. Please leave your comments on our comment section. Subscribe, like, and follow. Thank you.